Horrible, no good, very bad game.
Are you playing for the division or you're playing for draft picks? I don't know what happened to this team. You know what the game was.
You know what the game was too.
Yeah, that's his
True or
only
false?
loss.
True or false? Welcome back to another episode of Your Detroit Now. We got a great episode ahead of us talking Lions, Pistons, Red Wings, UofM, new head coach, and MSU. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, yeah.
All right, Musa, let's start off. Christmas Day Lions game against the Vikings. What did you think? Yeah, pretty horrible game for the Lions. Not really sure if we showed up because this was truly probably the worst game we've played all year.
This is what happens when you start a third-string center. I'm telling you, half of those turnovers were caused because of him.
That's true. Lions had 6 turnovers. Embarrassing.
Horrible. The first time they had 6 turnovers since 2015 against Arizona.
Yeah, I don't honestly, Moose, I don't even remember that game, but like I said, I can't remember a game we played this poorly.
That pretty much happened the entire season. We played poorly.
That's true. Lions are officially out of the playoffs. Musa, why don't you talk about the game leaders, and then I will talk about team stats.
Gladly. Jared Goff, 18 for 29, 197 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 picks. Horrible. Max Brosmer, 9 for 16 and 51 yards. I don't know how we couldn't get this guy to throw an interception. Jahmyr Gibbs, 17 carries for 41 yards. And Emilio, for rushing yards are mostly for game leaders rushing yards. You would think that a running back would have the most yards on that stat line.
You'd think so.
You think so, but Jordan Addison, 1 carry for 65 yards, and that went for a touchdown. Like, what the heck?
This was horrible.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 receptions, 68 yards. Justin Jefferson, 4 receptions for 30 yards. Akadin Muhammad and Aiden Hutchinson both had 2 sacks. Andrew Van Ginkel had 1.5. Daniel Thomas is a bit of a shocker, 7 tackles for 3 solo, and Blake Cashman had 17 tackles for 6 solo.
Yeah, that's usually Jack Campbell's spot, the tackle leader.
Yeah, you would think. Emilio, how about you head us over to team stats?
Sounds good. Total yards. Lions somehow had 231 total yards of offense. Very shocking when you see that the Minnesota Vikings only had 161. Like we mentioned, horrible 6 turnovers for the Lions, 0 for the Vikings. Lions had 16 first downs. Vikings had 11. Penalties, 5 for 25 versus 3 for 20. Third downs, Lion went 5 for 14. Vikings, 3 for 13. Fourth downs, Lions were 2 for 2. Vikings never had a chance. Both teams were 1-1 in the red zone. And the Lions, 32-30 versus 27-30 time of possession. Lions actually, if you look at these team stats, except for turnovers, things don't look horrible. If you look at the Minnesota Vikings team stats, this looks like a game that the Minnesota Vikings should have lost. 3 for 13s in the third downs, 3 for 13 in third downs, 161 on total yards, 27-30 time of possession. This looks like the stats of a team that lost. Nope. Detroit Lions got blown out, didn't even show up in the fourth quarter like we did last week. So horrible, no good, very bad game.
Yeah, I never heard of a thing where the losing team had way better stats than the winning team.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but Lions didn't deserve to win. I mean, we had nothing going. The offense was struggling. Dan Campbell called plays that I think this might have been his worst play calling of the season, but this is horrible.
Well, I mean, like, he's not a coordinator. He's a coach.
So I was watching the game with you, Musa, and the whole time we're thinking, what does Jonathan Morton actually do for this offense? His title is offensive coordinator, so what does he do?
My take is he goes to the game to probably support the team, but that's just my take.
This guy's got the best seat in the house, sitting up in the booth with the other coordinators and the other staff, and he's just enjoying a good game, I guess. Not even a good game.
He's just enjoying the game that he is supposed to coordinate, but got a demotion.
So I would expect the Lions to get a new offensive coordinator. This is kind of a lot for Dan Campbell to be calling the plays. It takes a lot of time out of the week that he can't be with the team just prepping to call plays.
Yeah, you're right.
So very interesting to see what the Lions will do this offseason, and they're officially out of the playoffs, like we mentioned. Bears are locked in.
Yeah.
Packers have officially clinched with that loss, so things do not look good for the Lions, and we're probably going to be last in the division. That's what we're playing for at this point.
Or are you playing for the division or are you playing for draft picks?
Yeah. So embarrassing. I am immensely disappointed on where we finished the season. I had predicted we'd finish 12-5. Musa, you'd predicted 15-2. You thought we'd repeat, and 15-2 would have got you the 1 seed, by the way.
Fit into 100% would have given you the 1 seed.
So I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit at a loss for words as to what this Lions team did right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to this team. You went on 15-2 run, franchise record, #1 seed, also first time happened in franchise history, and next year you finished last in the division.
Yeah, I mean, is this the most Lions roller coaster we've been on? So just before, we'll talk about this more next week as what we want the Lions to do, and especially the week after what we want them to do this offseason. But just kind of quickly, Lions got to fix up that O-line. I mean, if we don't draft a center with our first 2 picks, this is an immense failure.
Or, I don't know, this might be weird, but Frank Ragnow might come back if we don't draft a center.
But here's my opinion. If Frank Ragnow still comes back, you still need a center because he's not the long-term solution.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So any kind of final thoughts on the Lions officially being eliminated from the playoffs?
Second most disappointing team in the NFL.
Behind the Chiefs?
Behind the Chiefs.
All right, Musa. With that being said, let's talk about the Detroit Pistons' recent win against the Kings, currently first in the Central Division with a record of 24-6. Musa, why don't you talk about some of the game leaders, and then I will go to the team stats.
Gladly. Okay. Tobias Harris, 24 points, 10 for 16 on field goal, and 1 for 1 on free throw. Jalen Duren, 13 rebounds, 6 defensive, 7 offensive. Cade Cunningham, 14 assists with 39 minutes.
Let's head over to the team stats. Pistons 54% from the field goal, 44% from the three-pointer, 71 on free throws, 15 turnovers. Got to clean that up. 42 rebounds. Percent led. Detroit was in the lead 94% of the time, and the largest lead we got was 24 points. Final score being 136-127. This is pretty exciting. We see Cade Cunningham sharing the ball 14 times. He doesn't have to be the leading scorer. You said Tobias Harris was the one who did it, so kind of exciting when the best player on the team is not leading in points, not leading in rebounds, but is able to share the rock.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
So Pistons will play Utah Jazz December 26, 9:30 p.m. at Utah. With that win against the Kings, Pistons in their last 10 games go to 8-2. Win streak improves to 3 games, and the point differential moves up to 0.1, making the total 6.9. Things are moving in the right direction for the Pistons, and I love what I'm seeing. The next closest team, the New York Knicks, 3 games behind us.
Yeah, the Pistons are doing something really special.
100%. Any kind of thoughts on where the Pistons are right now, or something you'd like to see more of, Moose?
I really would like to see Cade get that MVP.
Yeah, of course, but I was talking in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, you're right.
Is there anything you'd want to see?
This might be a bit of a shocker, but I kind of want us to get a better record than OKC.
Oh, well, I don't know if that will happen. OKC currently sitting at a record of 26-5. Pistons only 2 games behind them. So, I mean, it's possible, but OKC is on a historic run right now.
It could happen.
100% it could happen. Musa, let's head over to NHL hockey.
We're heading over to NHL where the Red Wings won against the Dallas Stars by 1 point, 4-3.
Yeah, this was kind of a crazy game. Red Wings were down pretty big in that third period. Ended up scoring 2 to tie it and got that overtime win. Talked last week about how nice it is to see some overtime hockey. Musa, why don't you talk about the stars of the game, and I will go to the team stats.
Gladly. And Dylan Larkin was one of the stars of the game with 2 goals, and James Van Retska with 1 goal with 1 assist. Miller, how about you lead us over to team stats?
Absolutely. Red Wings had 16 hits and 10 penalty minutes. Those penalty minutes end up being killers because they add up like crazy. Face-offs, we were 51.8%. And, like we said, Red Wings really kind of came back in this game. We saw a dominant performance by the Wings. in that third period. So I was watching the game thinking, I don't know if we can come back from this, but with this team, you cannot count them out. We had counted them out of the playoffs maybe a little bit too soon. These guys just don't give up. They are great.
Yeah, they don't give up.
Next game, Musa, the Red Wings play the Hurricanes December 27th, 7 o'clock. Anything specific to see here? I mean, I want to see less penalty minutes, more shots put up, but anything specific?
Yeah, like you said, I want to see you get aggressive, take the shots.
Can't score if you don't shoot.
100%. Emilio, we're heading over to college football, but do I have to talk about it?
Please do.
A couple of hours ago, the Wolverines signed Kyle Whittingham 5 years to be the Michigan's new head coach.
This was awesome as a Spartan fan, but as a U of M fan, how do you feel about that hire?
I did not like it. I mean, like, why couldn't we wait until after the Texas game? That's when the offseason starts. I would not have mind Big Bofi to coach in that game. Actually, I don't know if Whittingham is going to coach. I don't think it's been announced yet.
Yeah, at this time, my understanding is it hasn't been announced, but big hire for the Wolverines. Does this draw Bryce Underwood to stay? I mean, you have this big offer at LSU with Lane Kiffin. Would you take the LSU offer?
No, if I was Bryce Underwood, I wouldn't, but that's his decision to make.
So, kind of an interesting hire. I didn't see this one coming. I 100% thought the Wolverines were going to wait a little bit, slow down, probably make a late coaching decision, depending on what happens with Alabama's Kalen DeBoer. So, kind of interesting how quickly they rushed into this.
We also found a new potential coach in Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that would have been interesting, but looks like that is not happening. Also, I don't know if that would have been any better. I think that would have actually been a worse pick.
Yeah, I didn't like Deion, but the most one that could have happened, should have happened, John Harbaugh. Like two Harbaugh brothers coaching at Michigan. Could you believe that?
More than John Gruden?
John Harbaugh is better than John Gruden.
Well, I don't know about that. I think John Gruden might have been a good fit, but that's not up to us. Are they keeping their athletic director, Musa?
I'm not sure.
I would be very interested if they kept him. I believe 6 coaches have been fired under his reign as athletic director, so what's going on there?
I don't know what happened to all the coaches.
Yeah, kind of a weird system that U of M's got going on over there, so we'll see, and looks like the Spartans are having a better offseason than the Wolverines. Can I get you to say it, go green?
No, you will not get me to say go green. Actually, if you pay me.
Oh, so there's a price. There's a price.
Yeah, there's a price.
Okay, you have a price, Musa. Let's talk about our player of the game. We didn't talk about it earlier. Now is the chance. Musa, who is your player of the game?
I'm calling my player of the game. Back-to-back weeks, I called Piston.
Who is it going to be this week, Musa?
My player of the week is Tobias Harris. 24 points, 10 for 14 on field goal, and 1 for 1 on free throw.
Great pick. Congratulations, Tobias Harris. That's going to lead me to my player of the game, no doubt about it, Dylan Larkin. 1 goal to tie it up against the Dallas Stars late in the third quarter, and then 1 overtime goal to take the lead. Dylan Larkin, captain of the Red Wings, special guy, special player. Glad to have him. Player of the week for sure.
Good pick.
All right, Musa, with all that being said, let's hit the phones. First question comes from Jordan in Brighton. Actually, today both questions come to you regarding U of M. Jordan asks, does the new U of M head coach give U of M the best chance to beat both Michigan State and Ohio State? Great question, Jordan.
Great question, Jordan. I feel like if we got a better coach, it would have been way better. Like John Harbaugh, John Gruden, Kalen DeBoer, any of those guys. Ryan Kelly's another option. But I feel like John Harbaugh would 100% be able to take down both those
It's not
teams.
going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Of course it's not going to happen because we got a head coach even though we should have waited till the offseason.
So you don't love the hire?
No, I don't love the hire.
Well, I think this is great for the Spartans. I do think it probably hurts U of M this year, but I do see how this could potentially pay off a hire like this. So, like Musa says, we just got to wait and see.
Yeah, my crow.
Next question comes from Luke in Clarkston. Asks, seeing J.J. McCarthy in the NFL makes me believe Michigan cheated because he sucks. Am I wrong here? Tell me why J.J. McCarthy was picked so early. First of all, that's a great question, Luke.
The reason, well, he actually should have started his rookie season, but he had a devastating injury that made him missed out his entire rookie season, and Sam Darnold came out of nowhere.
But he sucks. Why was he
He
drafted
doesn't
so
suck.
early?
He's not developing into the NFL level yet. Give him a couple more years. He's gonna
Couple
be
more
great.
years, Musa. This is the NFL. This is a what have you done for me lately business.
Like I said, you see Bryce Young in his rookie year, he was horrible. It gave him 2 years to develop.
So,
Same with Jared Goff.
Don't attack the fans.
Same with Jared Goff. He was horrible his rookie year. He had to develop. You just gotta wait for him to develop in the NFL.
How about, are you gonna address the Michigan cheating allegation here? Our fan
Cheating on what?
Luke said.
What did we cheat
You want
on?
me to read the question again?
Yeah, what did he cheat on though?
Are you serious, Musa?
Like, what is he specifically talking about on what we cheated on?
The fact that we have to go into specifics, which instance of cheating, that is embarrassing. I'll read the question again. Seeing J.J. McCarthy in the NFL makes me believe Michigan cheated because he sucks. Am I wrong here? Is he wrong?
He does not suck. He's not developing yet.
But is he so bad because Michigan had every advantage?
No. What
Musa,
are you talking about?
If you know what play is coming.
Game as a starter. He lost one game as a starter in Michigan.
And what game was that?
In that game.
What game?
In that game.
What was the game?
You know what the game was.
You know what the game was too. Tell the fans fans.
It's a Christian school. That's all I'm gonna say.
Texas Christian University. They lost in the playoffs because they didn't know the signs. That was J.J. McCarthy's only loss as a starter. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's his
True or
only
false?
loss.
True or false?
Back the next season. Hey, and who won the national championship the next year? We did.
Yeah, but hey, Musa, don't get mad. Don't attack the fans. Don't attack the fans.
We still won a natty.
Don't attack the fans. J.J. McCarthy knew every play before it was happening.
So,
anyways, great question, Luke. Great question, Jordan. Just a reminder, if you want to also send a question into Your Detroit Now, there's a Gmail in the description, yourdetroitnow@gmail.com. That's how Jordan and Luke were able to ask these questions on the show. Thank you again for watching. I hope you had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year coming up. Special production by Musa and I is coming out soon, so look forward to that. Any final thoughts, Musa?
yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Come watch our next video, and this is Your Detroit Now.